Welcome to this week's episode of My Safety Matters. Last week we talked about how you respond to improvement orders being important. Before that, we were talking about the massive amount of inspections by the Workplace Safety Branch and the fact that 50% result in improvement orders. So this week we're going to talk about establishing your safety management system so that improvement orders don't happen in the first place. Safety management systems should be synonymous with quality management systems. So many times safety is an orphan child, but really the same things that cause safety issues cause quality and production issues. So it's a really great idea if you can integrate safety into your quality and your operations management. Some of the first steps to do that, number one, you want to get consultation of your workers. It's really important that workers are involved in what's going to affect them. Secondly, it's really important that you understand what your critical tasks are. So in most organizations, 20% of what you do gives rise to 80% of your credible risk. How many of you would like to get 80% of your results using 20% of your efforts? So that's what a critical task list can do for you. It's one of the most powerful components of your safety management system. Once you have those two components, then you want to set standards for your company in writing that make sense for your organization. They have the consultation of your workers and they're based on your critical tasks. The next part of your management system is that you're going to train workers in a way that connects their head with their heart. So I see so much training happen and it's just in people's heads. There's no real connection into the deep why. So for example, if you're wanting someone to understand that they should be using lockout procedures, really helping them get, that there's been workers who have lost their arms or they've lost their life because they didn't have lockout procedures. So we're not doing these procedures just for the regulations or for law or to make your life miserable. We're doing these procedures and we're training you because we really care about you and it's not going to be on our watch that we're calling your family. So you want to train your workers in your procedures in a way that connects their head with their heart. And then the last step, sometimes it's the more difficult step, is you want to be enforcing those standards with tough love. So it's not about being a cop or a police officer. You enforce because you care about your people. And we all know that we've all gone unconscious from time to time. We've all made mistakes. We all do things that might put ourselves at risk. And aren't we thankful for the people in our life that pull us up by our bootstraps and say, hey, what are you doing? Right? So enforcement shouldn't be just thought of as a negative thing. You're really saving somebody from themselves, from their own unconscious behavior, and from some potentially catastrophic outcome. And I can tell you from experience that after that really serious incident happens and someone's in a wheelchair or someone has chronic back pain, they're going to wish that someone like you would have enforced. And so hindsight is always 20/20. So a management system is where you set standards in writing for your credible risk with the involvement of your people. Secondly, you train those standards so people's head is connected to their heart. And third, you enforce standards with tough love. So today we talked very briefly about what a safety management system consists of. Sometimes it's easier said than done. If you need any help or you want a consultation, they're always free with one of our senior safety professionals. Also, the reason why we developed mySafetyAssistant is so that it forces that management system. mySafetyAssistant is a web and mobile application. It can be used in all jurisdictions across Canada. You're allowed to set your standards in writing, convert them into digital format, push them out into mobile applications, force that process, make that process far more transparent so that your enforcement also becomes a lot easier. Your first 5 users are free. We'd love to hear from you if you need any help or you have any questions. That's our episode of My Safety Matters. We wish you all the best in your safety journey and towards more reverence for all life.